Enter Travis, Craig, and Kurt for their national championship. Comfortably win the championship for the Badger State Rugby. Right at the end, though.
When you have.
Good evening, everybody. Jason Schultz, John Stranley here, down and dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. Monday night, I just got home from Georgia a couple hours ago. I am tired as all hell. I got to see your brother, John, down there at the Diesels in the Dark Corners. He had a little bit of a rough ride Friday night, but we're all alive still. So he got her back out Saturday night. So welcome. John and I are just going to open up real quick, and then we're going to cut into about a 38-minute interview with the Wilemans. John, kind of explain what you and Greg did. I'm going to get that queued up, and then we'll let that play. And then you said Trav's going to come on, and we're going to talk to him after the show, after the interview, right?
Yep, Travis is going to come on, so you'll probably see him coming on around 7:30 or so you can grab him there during the video and have him backstage ready, I guess, on the show. Welcome, everybody, to Down and Dirty. With everything so crazy busy in the fall, especially for those that pull at Badger State that are farmers, Wileman's farm about 600 to 800 acres around Edgerton, and Greg, he's farming. A lot of them are farmers, so it's a crazy time of year. So it was hard to nail down for them to come on Monday night. So we decided to go over there to videotape. So we videotaped the segment for the show. So it was a lot of fun. It was good to sit around by the tractor in the shop, have a few drinks, and reminisce a little and talk about the pulling with Wileman. So it was a good time. We hope you enjoy it. And afterwards, Travis is going to come on. Actually sounds like they got the wet bins full, so he's going to be able to hop out of the combine here for a bit. So if there's any questions anybody's got, make sure he comes on. You go ahead and ask him, and we'll get some answers for you. So the Pro Stock champion for 2023, Travis Wileman, diehard deer.
Well done, John. It's like you're a professional announcer and you've done this before.
I have no idea.
That's out of the speaker.
Oh, you'll
Or
do just
speaker
fine.
at all.
Well, we're at the Wileman shop with another episode of Down and Dirty. We got Lukey here, Kurt, Travis, Craig, and John and I. Talk about the 2023 points champion in Pro Stock. Travis, still celebrating?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Which one are you supposed to look at?
Both of them.
Both.
You look at all of them.
Right in the
Yeah,
middle.
they're all over. Yeah. We have a backup camera tonight. Yeah.
So farming season pretty busy here. Luckily, we got a rain day, so we're able to get all together and pre-record this for our show. So we're gonna try and have Travis on the show that night, at least by phone. So if anybody has any questions, they can ask and we can get some answers. But the first points championship for Travis with the Die Hard Deer in 2023, and well-deserved points championship. Everybody works hard for him, and it's one that they've been striving for a while. But I have a question to Kurt. How many points championships with Badger State do you guys have altogether?
Really? You throw that at me right
Yep, right away.
Right.
All together?
Yeah.
Just Badger State.
I don't. Just Badger
Just get a
State.
couple.
Damn it. I don't know. I have no idea.
I would guess 2.
2?
Yeah. Is it?
3?
Well, 3 now. 3 now.
3 now?
Yeah, 3
So this will be the
Yeah.
third one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how many years we've been, I don't know how many years we actually ran it.
Ran Badger State
Right.
full time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So each have a Grand National Points Championship sitting here through the years. And we were talking to begin with, when Travis was 16, he was the Rookie of the Year for Badger State Tractor Pullers. And we were talking about it 20 years ago. And he's got a picture here that we'll have to get a still picture of and be able to put on the screen, and Jason can put up. But there's some people on there it's hard to recognize from years ago that were in that. It's pretty cool.
The picture's a lot lighter than it would be today.
Yes.
It's a little bigger.
Yep, it's probably a little bigger. But it's just cool looking at the history and through the history, Badger State and the Wileman family is, this would be the third generation, is your grandpa used to pull years ago in the late 70s?
Yep.
So the White Knight, wasn't it?
Midnight.
Yep.
40-10. Was it
43-20.
43-20.
4320, yep. So the whole season, what was your favorite pull this summer or a memorable hook that was so much fun? Or?
Probably Freeport and Beaver Dam, I guess.
Beaver
That
Dam,
was a
yeah.
good one, yeah.
Yep. 2 nice passes. And
I kinda-
Felt good.
I kind of like Jefferson.
Jefferson too. That was a good one.
What happened to Jefferson? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Quite a gap in the distances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's right. It was that was a good hook that night too.
Yeah.
Like I said, we just put everything back together. We're still sitting here at 7:00 when the pull was. Yeah,
Hoping for a
we
rain
thought
out.
for sure it was going to be a rain out. I hope it's on. So we loaded up. Yeah, worked out well.
Closest ones or last ones there.
Yeah.
Tom Gales did a good job that night getting the track ready. It ended up being one of the better tracks I think
Yeah.
Jefferson's ever had.
I think it was too. Yeah,
Yep.
it was definitely a horsepower track this year there. And yeah, Tom and Nick and the whole gang put that track together. It was
unbelievable.
I couldn't believe that they got that done. You know,
That was
but
awesome.
where there's a will, there's a way.
We had a
And
picture,
Tom,
we had a picture at 6 o'clock of standing water.
yeah,
Like, not a little bit either, a lot.
a lot.
I think I sent that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't even.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it did. It was a good pull.
Glad we went.
Yep. Pretty good crowd there that night for rain all around us.
First rain we had all summer, so
Very much.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was a win all the way around.
Yep.
But the season wasn't an easy season by no means. Trials and tribulations, like all pullers have at times, but just one of them years you couldn't get the monkey off your back, wrenching on silly things. So how many times do you think you had it apart?
Oh, goodness. Well, we put quick couplers on a lot of the fittings, so get it in and out easier. It was,
But
a lot of wrenching.
trying different things though too, and trying to get ahead, and
Yep, for sure.
so makes it different.
You bet.
You tried a few different sets of tires. You finally landed on a set you liked and it seemed to work good for you, right?
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, it was pretty much.
Or were these the same ones all year?
Yeah, pretty much.
Were they?
Tried a different cut at the start of the year.
Yep.
I think everybody thought we were kind of crazy. But before we knew it, everybody had them on. So.
Right.
Crazy 8 years.
Yeah.
Oh, what a coincidence.
Yeah, you don't want to change something that is working.
Right. Yeah.
So the Wileman's not like pro stocks, but they run close to 7,000 acres.
Yep.
Here in the Edgerton area, southern Wisconsin, Edgerton, Milton, close to home, not too far from home, but so they're busy doing that. And then K&K Specialties, all was it 81 tractors total?
You gotta have to
We're saying
recount. This
something?
was 70.
This one was 70.
Yeah, but there's another 4 in here. And 4, I was like, yeah, probably close to 80.
Close to 80 tractors that have been built through the years here at Hillside Road. I can't say this shop because there was a bunch built in the old shop next door, but Hot Farm, Super Farm, LT Supers, Pro Stocks, Limited Pro Stocks,
Super Farms.
Super Farms,
Mini rod.
Mini Rod.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was built down here. A couple.
Whose was the first one you did?
Ours.
Yours? The first one?
Wow. First one, we've been
Larry
the
Wolf.
first one.
Larry
Wow.
Wolf, yeah.
Did a little bit for Gomer on the one, and then Larry Wolf was the next one. Yeah.
Yep. I remember Larry you did some for him. I didn't know if that was the first one or not.
Yeah, probably that would be the first one.
It looked nice. That's still out there, Paul.
Yeah, Matt Lemke has that tractor and pulls, and he's talking about coming and run some Badger State hooks, I think, too.
Yep.
So, yeah, seen that out last summer.
So your first tractors you built are still out there pulling too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know where they are anymore?
There's one in Quebec, Canada, ain't it? Or where'd it go? The last one?
Yeah.
Canada.
It's a hot farm or something now. So, yep.
And you guys are probably the start of I'm going to say start of component tractors.
It was, yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah. So you're the guys to blame for that.
Yep, so Wileman's in the blame, man. Wileman's an Engler.
Right.
Craig and Tim Engler.
Yep.
But that was, as things progressed, I think it was a good thing, especially for the pro stock class where things were going.
I was just saying, both organizations said it was never, when we went to them, it was never, you might as well do what you're gonna do because it's never gonna happen.
Yeah. And then the next year it happened, right? No, after that, I should say.
After those ones.
Yeah, after those, took a couple of years.
Yep. They came out and you guys did really well with them back then.
Won the first hook of mine.
Yeah.
In South Carolina.
Second
Second one, yeah, first one.
First night wasn't good. The second day,
Yeah. Got to figure it out.
yeah. There were some guys pissed because they went to a big block. They had to go to a big block to beat us.
Did you have a big block?
Nope, never.
Never had,
Never have, never will.
never had that. It's always small block.
Yeah.
Always small block.
Well.
So Freeport, Jefferson, favorite pulls. Where's the favorite pull to eat?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a huge foodie, I guess. Usually I don't eat.
Everybody
Usually at the polls.
He's too nervous. Everybody always talks about
Too
the
busy.
pork chops in Mazo and the burgers in Darlington and
Yeah, I don't know.
cheese curds.
Don't have an
in
answer
Utah.
for you on that.
Yeah, usually the only reason you gotta eat because you know you're gonna drink a few, so.
Yeah. Or my wife makes me.
Yeah, your wife makes it, yeah. That's not bad.
That was me. Everybody's telling me to stop eating. What eating? You're eating too much.
Yeah.
We got Lucian Coolers from the Holland area with us here tonight too. He's here helping with the fall harvest. And Luke's been hanging around here for how many years now? Always in the fall and in the winter a couple times. And
06.
06. Yep.
Luke was here before this floor was here.
Yep. Yep. This was poured during Leo.
The day I came here, they poured the concrete in here.
Yep.
February 06, I guess.
Yep. It was cold. It snowed like crazy.
Cold like a mother.
Yeah.
And you guys met because you went to tell the story about going to the Netherlands to pull.
Yeah, we went overseas in 06 to Rotterdam. Yep. And Luke ended up taking us under his wing. We actually stayed at his house and he showed us around and showed us a good time. And
Yeah.
I remember all the girls when we left were crying because they were going to miss you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they left, they set my house on fire.
That is a true story.
Yeah,
Lilburn did.
Yeah, it was Lilburn.
yeah, that was Jim Lilburn. Jim.
Jim Lilburn, that would be Jim Lilburn.
And
Yes.
I don't think he's on the internet, doesn't have
Yes.
a smartphone, so we don't have to worry about.
I just want to say this guy, he's not smart with fireworks.
Not good at the fireworks?
No, he's not good at it.
Are you?
No.
He got the carpet on fire, though.
Yes,
didn't
yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
But Luke's had two tractors that were built here too, that he built, and one went over, didn't it?
Yes, the last one.
The last one is over there.
Went
which is-
over,
It came back.
and then
Came
went
back.
over.
Yeah,
And
then
went
went
back
back over
again.
again, yeah. And that's the Mud Patrol, isn't it now?
Yes,
So, yeah. And the other Turn Me Loose is the one Randy Brew has.
yes, that was the first one.
That was the first one. Yeah.
And the second one, I shipped that one over in 11. I pulled it for 2 seasons in the Netherlands, and then I shipped it back here to run in Louisville, and then Dennis Borson showed up and he wanted to buy it, so that's when it ended up at Borson's.
The only guy over there without an intercooler, weren't you? And you beat him out,
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
and then he wanted to get rid of it, and we actually bought it for Taan, for the Dutch guy. And we shipped it back over to the Netherlands, and he still runs it, so.
And it's a pro stock over
Yes,
there.
yes,
now,
it's a
right?
Pro Stock 510.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was going to ask you. Pro stock rules are 510.
Yes,
right?
510 with a 5-inch turbo.
5-inch turbo limit.
Yep.
Yep.
That's it. And they can run billet hats now
Okay.
since last year.
Things are amping up.
Is that the most popular class over there, you think?
Now it's super sport. The 3200 RPM class. It's 9 liter limited on 9 liters, and that's very, very popular.
All right. As far as fans go to watch, though.
Yes, they have the most fans, and
Pro stocks, they weigh quite a bit less in the Netherlands than
7,700 pounds.
7,700, yeah.
Yeah.
Light. So it's basically like our light pro stock class
Yeah.
here in the U.S.,
Yeah.
basically.
See,
The
but
cubic
we
inches
had no
close.
limits on it in Europe first. But the only limit was a 510 cubic inch, and you had to have a stock hat, and the rest was all
Or whatever.
whatever, whatever turbo you could run. But now they changed the turbo rule into a 5-inch, and it's a 5.2 exhaust wheel. That's the limits now.
Oh, they did limit the turbo?
Yeah.
So talking about limiting turbos, I mean, we've talked about limiting here to 6-inch box turbo guys are bringing up. I mean, what do you guys think?
I don't know, there's so many classes that are getting too close now. I mean,
Yeah, if we bring these back, then we're not a whole lot different than a 5-inch.
Right.
You got 4 classes within about 800 horse.
Right.
That's the tough part, and we've talked about this in places before, and I know Greg's heard me say this, but as an announcer, if you take, 1066 internationals and line them all up, and then ask the general crowd the difference between them, and they probably pick out the hot farm and the pro farm because the tires are the same, and everybody else has 24 5s on other than the super stock, until you hear them fire up and run, where you can tell the difference. It's hard to differentiate, a pro stock, super farm, limited pro stock, light pro, if they're all one body style, I mean,
There's too many classes.
Yep, there is. We don't need any more. We do not need any more classes. Our classes are all pretty well. I mean, we're not short of tractors in any class.
yeah. But like a pro stack is distinctively different.
It
You
is.
can hear it,
you can hear it, yeah.
and I think it should stay that way.
Colin Burkle sent me a picture of a really hot chick in a along the pole in a bikini, and then a bigger girl between her. He says that's the difference between pro stock and 5.0 pro. I'll show it to you. We'll get it on the screen.
Colin, I'm sure you're watching, you probably send
Yeah,
something.
man. Colin saved us last week because our guy that was going to come on couldn't come on.
Yeah.
And
So he jumped on with us, yeah.
he was watching. So we
He
had to
watches
come on.
every week.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he jumped on. That was fun. It was
good.
Yeah,
Really interesting.
thanks for that,
Great
Colin.
Yeah.
I might know
two
that
weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. He got busy.
guy.
Yep. Busy. Yeah.
Yeah, last minute, come on.
Yeah, it was last minute probably. we're trying to plan this better nowadays.
Yeah.
The video one works. It's good. We get together, and I really think it's a better show.
It's hard getting everybody together, but I think it's good.
Yep.
So we plan on, like we said, hopefully we can get Travis on if he's in the combine. So if there's people who have questions, that if you put them at the end here where we can talk to them and then get them answered for you guys, or anybody has questions about the Wilemans down here or anything, go ahead and ask.
Yep.
So throughout the season, who's some people you'd like to thank that either A, help out, or B, parts, or whatever?
Start with these guys right here. You know, that's what makes it happen. And Lukey, and huge shout out to Lemke Motorsports over there, Robbie, Bob, Esden, Troy, all them guys. What they do over there is incredible. Bob Nichols with the tires, Tim Engler, Weimer, Fuel and Air. Just everybody that helps out. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of late nights too.
A lot of late nights.
You
Yep.
know, a lot of pulls, one right here in the shop before you
Yep.
get loaded
Yep.
up.
You bet.
And some summers are easier than others, but you just have one of them years that.
My wife for putting up with everything. So
Three of them.
yeah, three.
Three wives.
Yeah, one is actually starting to get used to it.
Oh yeah. After 27 years.
Some years. Right? Finally starting to understand.
Yeah.
That's
I think mine's that way too. Yeah. See, and Kurt was smart because he's like, well, get the son into it, then it won't be that bad. And then I won't have to explain it. So I'm doing the same thing. Thanks for the info.
Yeah.
Get the boy into it, then it's all good.
They need a lot more support from home.
Yeah, more support from home. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in the shop spending time together.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it was fun, and your tractor always looks immaculate. It does. Every time he shows up, it's clean. I parked mine next. I said, well, I got the oil change. I checked the shit, but I didn't get it clean. But yours is always spotless. It's always one of the,
That's all.
Try.
Yeah.
Try.
it's always one of the nice. It's always the nicest looking tractor in our class at the pool, I think.
I try.
It's cleanest. Yep.
That's hard.
It is.
It's a lot of
So,
work.
yeah, usually you're still wiping the oil prints off. It's
Yeah, and especially been wrenching on it, and
And
deep.
sometimes you roll out of the trailer and make more oil prints.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It happens.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. It's fun to watch them though and see it. In the pro stock class is, I think, the people coming to see that one. That's the one people will travel to see it. And to meet the bunch of guys that were in your class, class, you know, Jason Round and Brink Myers are there all the time, and that's quite an accomplishment.
Yep.
It is.
Yep. We pull some great guys.
And we were talking before this. I told Travis, who's probably one of the toughest ones that pulls up to the sled. That you know the classes in Overdale are done, and he said, all of them.
Yeah,
I can't pick one.
Yeah, definitely.
It is fun to watch. I mean, it's fun to watch it unfold, and there is luck to it. With a hook, what hook order sometimes, and but that's pulling, and it changes every week for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
And the one thing we've done with the pro stocks too is tried to do an extra little grooming between each tractor to keep it even, because if you don't do enough, it is the luck of the draw. It can be.
Oh,
It can be, and
definitely.
it happens. We see it.
It's definitely better this year.
It was. The tracks are getting better too.
You guys
Yes.
just kind of tear stuff up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, tracks have definitely improved this year.
I think we go to the fair convention. We kind of try to talk to the promoters. Hey, if you want a good pull, you got to have a good track.
There's definitely some that could use a little work yet.
There is, but they're getting there.
But yeah,
These-
it's the same for everybody.
There's nothing worse than rolling up the sled and knowing you have no chance to catch the leader.
Right. The first guy went out there 40
Yeah,
feet
you went
farther
out
than
there 40
everybody
feet
else.
farther, and it's like, what do you do? And it starts making you think outside the box and second guessing yourself and what you're going to do with stuff. And sometimes you don't have to, but sometimes there's nothing you can do.
But I will agree that tracks have gotten better this year, and the sled operators are starting to get some of it figured out.
Yep.
They got to change with the times too. I mean, you guys make more horsepower, and they got to figure out, from 20 years ago till now, they're putting a lot bigger load on the old wagon to get these things under control, bring them to a stop. But you guys started out with Badger State when you got going in 98, was it?
99, I would say.
98, 99, and traveled to the national organizations, both of them, throughout those years, and ATPA, Pro Pulling League, NTPA. What brings you back to
We had 3 regions for
three region
championships.
championships? Yeah,
You know, which was only 5 or 6 hooks, but it was still
WTPA and that. Yeah.
something different.
Yep.
What keeps bringing you back to Badger State?
You looking at me or you?
Any one of them?
I just like, I mean, most of the polls are within 2 hours.
Exactly. That's the
You're
best.
home.
Yeah.
I just,
Especially young kids and
you bet. Yep.
Yep.
traveling.
You bet. Yeah, I'm not up for that.
No. You give too
We
much
got
to
farming
everyone.
to do. Yep.
Yeah, there's too much. Everybody's gotten bigger. The number of farmers that, you know, dwindle. I mean, you go up and down your neighborhood here, how many farms are gone? Now, you guys might farm your land, but you just have that much more to do. You say the equipment's bigger and stuff, you still got to do it.
But you can drive 2 hours and pull the best tractors there is anyway, so why drive 5 hours, 7 hours?
7 hours wait all day.
Ran the brew one night years ago. I remember I was in the pits after a pull, and that's when Troy Schradel and Punky and Slama and all of them, they were all running hot. I think we had like 5 or 6 Super Farm Points championships from the Pro Pulling League come back to Wisconsin. They're just trading back and forth. Those guys were. Like someone asked Randy Brew the one night when he had Super Farm, why don't you go run Pro Pulling League? And he looked at him and says, what the hell for? I live within 50 miles of the toughest super farms in the nation. Why would I travel to Indiana when I'm right here in Wisconsin?
Yeah, that goes for our class too. Just we're all right here. Like, we have a great thing. Let's keep it here. That's my opinion.
And a great bunch of guys
You
that
bet.
oppose the farm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
look at, you know, we're at how much we were down here. I have one new truck last year. I think half the miles are from driving over here.
We love to add you guys.
Right. Back and forth, yeah.
This is Elsing's farm number 3.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's fun.
That's
Though,
what it's all about. We have fun. We have not have fun yet.
nope, we always had fun.
The temperatures flare every once in a while and whatever, but we get through it.
It all gets through it.
Yeah, we call him Lukey back down.
Yeah, we call move, get Luke all fired up, and back down, and
Let him have a coffee break.
yeah. We're full. There's only 4 of those a day.
He almost died when he cut his finger.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with Lucas here is all the tape measures here are an American, and he's got the metric one. And usually Craig hides a metric one when he shows up, so it's a little hide and go seek for a little bit.
We call him the
Still
metric man.
The metric man.
Yeah,
Metric man.
Say it. Can't believe that you guys.
yeah, I can't believe you're still on the frickin' ancient system.
Yeah,
That's something.
we're the only ones.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in 4th or 5th grade, they told us that we
I
go
don't
to the
care.
metric system,
I
because
don't
it'll never
care.
be changed.
It's,
It'll all be metric.
Hey, good news though, American vehicles have metric bolts in them now, so you're,
see,
So is everything else.
finally, after all that time,
Yeah.
you become smart.
yeah. Yeah. All the years and all the memories, what's one of yours pulling with Craig and Travis that kind of stands out that was a good time, a good pull, or something, just a memorable, one of those nights or one of those times, or
They all were. When we had 2 tractors, it was fun. And we had a blast. I can't even tell. I mean, every one of them was good. We never pulled, and we were always a team. So
yeah.
no matter what, we always try to better. Everyone got better the other one. So
We had a good run there for many years. You know, we go run that far and both be in the top 5, or, you know,
I don't remember what year it was.
we worked on it hard.
The one year my tractor went 2 years on the engine. And it's pretty much unbelievable pro stock.
Yeah. And that don't happen now.
Well, one year Lucas.
Oh, Randy.
Randy does.
Yeah, one of the guys,
Change
Lucas
oil
over
twice
here,
or something.
it never touched it.
Really.
I mean, it ran hard. That thing, what year was that? 8 or something like that?
08.
And the next year, it never made it past.
That's because he blew the pipe off in Louisville.
No, that was 09.
Oh,
Well, that'd have been
That
next
was a
year.
year later.
yeah, a year later.
Oh, well, maybe that was the start of it.
See?
See, that was the picture you showed us before you had black hair. Did it scare you to have much and turn your hair green?
It's smoke. It's smoke.
It's dated green.
Chrome. We talked about
That's
the
chrome.
Chrome.
Still climbed up, remember
Guys
climbing
are
up on the
jealous, huh?
tractor at Louisville. Kurt, leave it alone, I go for it. Leave it off.
And what would I do? I didn't have
You
another
did.
option.
That's the only thing this country could have got away with
Yeah,
going over.
good memories.
You know,
Good memories.
How about you, Trav? Even though, when you were younger watching your uncle and your dad pull and, someday getting in the seat, but you got to have something even when you're younger.
I think my greatest memory was 08 or 09, year I won the championship. We went to Sandwich, and I was like 1 or 2 points ahead of Larry Shope, the Iron Dragon. We won during the day. I think he got second or third, so we put a little bit of distance, but not much. And we went into that night, and I remember during the day session, we blew a injection line. So we changed that one line. Then we fired it up to warm it up for the night session with like 4 tractors before we had to pull, and we blew another line. So we ran back to the trailer. We just changed them all, and I was on the last one, and I cross-charted it. And now we're 1 tractor before we need to pull, and we needed to make the pull off to win the championship. That's back when we still had pull offs, and it was cross-threaded. And I looked at Craig and I told him, and I just remember him grabbing 2 wrenches and he was reefing on that as hard as he could. He's like, "Just get on the seat, we're fine." I'm like, "Oh, I just messed up the seat up right here. Just gave the championship away." I remember him, all he could do to tighten that thing down. We made the pull off and ended up second that night. We sealed the deal, but yeah, that was something.
That's it.
I was sweating there for a little bit.
It was a good line.
That was.
Yeah. No, that's stuff like that you remember, though, the hustle. And I remember, you probably remember times taking turbos off when they're so hot, you switch them or whatever
Oh, yeah.
to get a pull
That's
off.
how I made the freaking water cooled intake thing, because we were pushing the turbo and he was running that same tractor in the diesel superclass and smoked the turbo, and Dennis Forrest going, "Hey, I got one over here." So we switched it out. John was there.
Yeah. We switched it out.
Switched it out. And
Switched one with Toma.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
I'm
the
talking
Toma.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a brand new turbocharger. I got welding gloves on, and I take that whatever dollar amount charger and threw it on the ground because it was so hot.
Yep.
Pro stocks sound terrible with no turbo on them when you start them up too.
Right.
They don't sound good at all. Blew the rest of the fins out of it, and that was before intercoolers.
Yeah.
Did that many times, start them up, so get the shit out of them, and put the other turbo back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've all done that. Hope they come. Usually, they don't all come out.
Right.
It's crazy the things you do to, be competitive. Like one year in Louisville, I remember in Louisville, Craig's injection pump went bad, and he was like the second hook, and we dragged it outside, and those guys went and got the pump and the box. There's a toolbox they had with just the wrenches and stuff for the injection pump, and I think I had Kurt's pliers and the crescent wrench, and underneath the overhang started taking lines and the front pump off, and by the time they come back, all it was the injection lines and the bolts to hold the pump on and the gears. It was getting close, but we changed the pump, and we were bleeding the lines as he's backed into the hose to hook, and I was bleeding the air in the lines of the injection pump, trying to get the thing to run, and we got it to run. And if the timing wouldn't have jumped on that
That wouldn't start. I
yeah.
remember I had to jump start it, blocked the official, so I didn't see.
That was a whole bushel basket with problems, but it's still big basket. We should have, and then that next summer we did that to Randy Bruce tractor in Jefferson, and it worked, and that was insane. Yeah.
yeah, we changed the pump on it over there, and it just wasn't here before it was 6.
Yeah.
We hooked the doors, made it it and went over there and stuck it.
Yeah. He was test hook, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So the old pump was with, so then, you, me, and Randy, and I don't know who else was with, but we were elbow deep around everybody changing the pump.
I think he won.
He did win.
He did.
Yeah, he won.
That's the same as that year in Louisville when they pulled me out in '09. And on a Saturday, I looked at my dash and I see the oil pressure going backwards.
Change the oil pump.
And the other side, yes, my pulley on the ground. Hey, so the pulley broke off my oil pump. So
That's right.
brought the tractor back in. Cracky and Kurt went into the trailer to the other tractor, grabbed the oil pump off that one. Me and Philip was with me. I took my oil pump off. Philip had the 2 thumbs in the oil pan holding the oil inside. We changed all that, and I was number 14, and I still made it. And that's the night I won.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes you have to have a little luck, otherwise you won't win.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
That's a lot of luck.
yes,
That was
yes.
that was bad. We saw the pulley rolling the ground.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah. At least you could steer it.
Yeah.
The bolt didn't fall on the steering.
Yeah, wow. That's something different.
How about you, Craig? What's one of your favorite memories over the years, Colin?
Probably those times. Trying to go the extra mile to make sure we drove all that ways and made it to the freaking track. And I know one of them was you, John. We had the bottom end and top end off of both motors to get the Bowling Green.
Oh, yeah. That was tobacco harvest.
Kurt kept pounding out wrist pin bushings and we did that and we won. Kurt won that night. And then we got all a little happy and remember having to get up the next morning and trying to go through all his stuff and we forgot my stuff and but ended up that's the year we won the ring. Yeah. Kurt won the ring.
Tobacco harvest, come to help to harvest tobacco and with the tobacco shed down the road. And I knew Craig was hanging tobacco, so I went down there. So what do you want me to do? String or, load or what do you want? And he says, well, hold on a minute. I'll finish this load. And they're almost done hanging that load of tobacco. And he crawled down out of the top there and come down and said, I want you to go to the shop. And so I went to the shop and took the bottom end of his apart and took the top of his, I had the pan off and I had the rod taken apart. And just as they walked in the door, I had the forklift ready to pull the head off. So it was just
I
in
think
time.
we changed the crankshaft in there.
Might have, yeah.
I think we dropped the crankshaft in the frame out the bottom
Yeah.
and changed crankshaft. I think that was the time.
I had the girdle, everything. Both tractors were backed up to the bench in the old shop, and you guys showed up. I was oiled from head to toe, and parts laid out on the bench.
That's ambition.
His didn't take long. We pulled the head off and just shoved the piston out, and it was apart. So yeah, that afternoon, took 2 motors apart. Had a hell of a mess.
Yeah. Boys and I did that one time when in 2013, Limited Pro, I was leading points and we burned the piston and Baraboo. When we got home that night, we took them out. They were still too hot to hold. We had them out.
Yeah.
So you can do that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of good times. And the memories is what you get over the years. And, everybody that we talk to and we do the shop tours and that too, it's a family thing. And it is a family event, You're one big family, as you roll along and help each other out, other competitors. So that's the fun of it. And sitting like a night like tonight where we're all here chatting, reminiscing some and the points championships, that's one thing and it's a goal, but it's the good times and the friendships you make along the way is what really matters.
Yep.
Anything else you guys, anybody else want to thank or anybody else you think we missed or?
I think we got them all.
No plans for next year changing anything or
I don't know.
why mess with it?
Right. Yeah.
Right. Let's just make sure they hold together all year, right? A little less work.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure Robbie's brewing up something, so we'll take his word for it.
Right.
There's a guy that's come a long ways over the years that, engineering wise, making a billet block and billet heads. And I mean, that's a feat in itself as a machinist to do that.
He's 18 to 20 minutes away. it makes it so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
You know,
Just,
I think Tom Gallett said that too, you know.
yeah, he's only 3 minutes away.
3 minutes away. Probably has a key.
Right? He does. He does. Yeah. There's a code.
There's a code.
There's a code.
That's the code to get in.
No, I mean, honestly, Travis and I kind of looked at each other at one point and like, we keep going. And I talked to Rob and he was like, nope, you're keeping going.
Yeah, we were ready to throw the towel.
We were ready to throw a towel in for a little bit.
Yep.
And Robbie's like,
He
no.
talked us out.
No.
Yeah.
No.
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard though too. You run into troubles and, you know, I mean, you grind and grind and grind and it's just like the grinding wheel doesn't get smaller, you know?
Yeah. But the last whole year, all you had to do is show up and bump the slab.
Wow, honestly, he didn't. The only way that this would have lost some points is if Randy would have won and we didn't go.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know, we had a little just and the class was ready to go. We could have taken that, and these guys wanted to.
Somebody came by one night and said, well, it kind of sucks to know if the tractor that won the point's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That might have been my fault, yeah.
so we switched them
He
over.
did. He had put it.
He was on
I
this.
think I'm a bad influence somewhere along the line. He's worse. You.
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks, Luke.
You're welcome.
But together, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, so the day before Monroe, we had 3 weeks to do it, but we did it the day before Monroe.
The day before, yeah. And the day before that is when I visited.
Yeah, we had crankshaft issues with ours. So, yeah, all we had to do was show up, but that's not really any fun. So, we ended up swapping motors. So, the day before we swapped motors and
Yeah.
just to make a pass. And,
The class was all ready to go too. Boy, it looks nice. In fact, we're looking right at it, right behind the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the shop here, there's how many tractors in here? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Seven.
5, 6, 7. 7 pulling tractors in here that are all in certain stages.
I guess we can quit looking at that one.
Yeah.
She shut down.
Something just happened.
I think that one shut down. So hopefully this is the good one.
She ran out of juice.
Right, shoulder tractors.
I did. I took it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, well, I think we're at the end of our discussion, I guess. And anybody that has any questions, feel free to throw them on, and we're going to try and have Travis on. So if there's anything you guys want to know, feel free to ask. We'd like to thank our great sponsors that helped us out with some of this with Down and Dirty, Slama Enterprises, Casper Egg, Farm Street Toys, and Trip Downing. So thanks to all them that helped us out. This is a lot of fun. And that's our alarm clock.
Yep. Thanks for having us, guys.
Yep, congratulations on the points championship, and can't wait to celebrate in the Dells.
Yep. I'll give a huge shout out to the Badger State crew, everybody that helps put everything on throughout the summer. That is one heck of a feat. So
Big project.
That's
Thank you, Travis.
Yeah, thanks.
I want to thank Lumpy again too. They're awesome, keeping us going. So
All right. Any questions, give us a call. Thanks.
How many
Any
beers
questions,
before
give us a call, Greg says.
Yep.
That's what
You
I
caught
was
me
gonna
in
try.
the my
I was gonna try to see what kind of day drink. I want to do some over under. What you got in front of you there? What's in your camera, Greg? Is that that's got to be just a shadow, but it looks like you're holding a kitty cat.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's a shade glare from
You see that?
a light
Yeah,
background.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably a dirty phone. I just rolled my freaking
Right.
chair on my toe. So
Well, I was trying
Well,
to eat
great
a sandwich
interview.
here before you.
He's probably got everything decorated for Christmas already. Bored.
Right.
So yeah,
I
that
do
was a
not.
great interview. Great interview, guys. Great interview.
that's a lot
Thanks,
of fun.
Jack.
Fun evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. With that, everybody get your Badger State tickets to Jack.
Right.
I got mine, Jack. I'm going to give you a call here. We're going to get them to you.
Look. Let's make Elsie really big. Keep eating, Greg. Hold on. Give me a chance to. Tune in to Down and Dirty with the Badger State
You don't
Tractor
have to do that. I missed 2 meals
President.
today.
The president of the Badger State Tractor Pullers eat because he hasn't ate all day. He's a hardworking farmer. So
Yeah, the boss won't let him take 5.
So you had the Kloss, you guys had the Kloss
Yep.
Pro Stock in your sites. You didn't show it on your video. I need to work on you guys a little bit on like views. Come
Hey,
on, we're gonna work on
We're
that.
not perfect, but we are a
Yeah.
roughly finely tuned machine, aren't we, Greg?
We are.
Yeah. Yeah, finely tuned.
Yeah.
I love how you
The
had
class will be
I love how you had 2 cameras, and then Travis goes, "Which one are we supposed to look at?"
Greg, yeah,
Well, you're-
the battery run out of it or something, didn't it, Greg? Or did you figure that
I
out?
think it timed out because the battery was charged up. It just timed out. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It looked good. Yeah, we still have a lot of people watching tonight. If you always would do a shout out, this has been one of our biggest shows for numbers I've seen since the spring. Whenever you talk about pro stocks, numbers always go up. And Wileman's been around forever. They're legendary pullers. Kurt and Craig, and then obviously Travis, part of that lineage. But John, it was neat to hear that you knew the history. You know a lot about them. It's fun for you to dive in on that and talk. I love the old stories. That's what I love most about that more than anything. It's pretty neat to dive
It's
into all
fun.
that.
That's the whole thing, even the show, just the stuff that we do, Greg and I hanging out, going to pullers' places and shop and meeting families. And the best part is the fans get to meet people behind the scenes and who's wearing the helmet and the fire suit and stuff like that. You get to know them personally rather than just seeing them at the track. And that's the fun part about it. And yeah, the history of them, a lot of years helping them with pulling tractors when I could and helping Craig put some together, and learned a lot down there and did a lot. We had a lot of fun. It was just so much fun over the years down there.
I love when they're picking on Luke about metrics and inches. That was funny because I heard them. He did that at Louisville one year too when I was around him. It was a hoot. It was a hoot.
Luke always picks his fights all the time, so it's just funny once in a while. Yeah, he's got his own metric tape measure down there too. And he's got a couple other things down there, and that guy can fabricate anything you can imagine. I mean, he's so talented and so funny and just such a great guy. So yeah, once in a while he'll do something to Craig, and Craig will hide a tape measure, and he'll look for it for about 10 minutes until he finally finds it somewhere, probably next to his coffee or something.
What's really funny is when he's looking for an American. I need a 9/16 wrench, whatever the heck that is.
Yep.
9/16.
He's come a long ways, Greg. Even when he started, his English wasn't as good. And then he's talking about his friend Philip that was here that year that Philip was here. We were talking in the shop, and then he translated to Philip what we were talking about. Then he got to a certain point, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta stop. I can't speak Dutch and English both." So he got a little frustrated. Yeah, it's amazing, And I think back just the years that I've been doing this since I was a kid with my dad. If my dad wouldn't have got me into this, I'd have never met you guys. So it's just been a blessing, the friends and people that I've met across the years, and even doing different things. Badger State, running with Wileman's on the national circuits. I go to Louisville and know so many people and talk with, and then just everybody from there to garden tractors to whatever. It's great.
You see the question there, John?
What are all the names of the 7 tractors that Wileman's owns?
You mentioned in the video that there were 7 tractors sitting there, so you might want to explain all that. So
the 7 tractors that are sitting there, David, were 2 of theirs, basically. Well, theirs and Lemke's. They and Lemke are partners in the Kloss, but Johnny Link's tractor was in there, and there was 3 5-inch pro stocks, and I don't know whose they were, sitting in there. There was another chassis sitting in there. Who else tractor was in there? You remember, Greg?
There's 2 red ones being built for 5.0 Pro and 2 green ones, and then the
one green
diehard
one
gear in the class.
Yeah.
And then there was just a chassis sitting there, I think.
Yeah.
But I was there the other day. I sold some tires. Luke sold them in the Netherlands for me, and we're putting them in a container there. And the new red 5.0 tractors that Craig built are beautiful. He built them for somebody in Missouri, I believe. Two twin tractors, and they are really nice tractors. It might be Southern Illinois. I'm not sure where they were going. But they were some pretty cool looking tractors.
Skylar put, are they planning on having the Kloss out more next year? Got to see it in Highland and love seeing it. Wish I could have seen them more this last summer. They were so busy, I think, and they were doing some different things, I think, with Robbie. I think, I don't know if Robbie was changing stuff or what. Just the summer flew by and they're trying different. Didn't get out as much.
I think the claws got cannibalized a little bit once in a while too when people needed parts.
Yeah.
As part of the reason it didn't make it out as much. But hopefully that's all cured and it'll be out more next year.
That was probably my fault. They cannibalized that one for Monroe the night before, 2 nights before Monroe. I was like, is it ready to go? And they said, no, it's hurt. I think Craig went to Ohio and, hurt the crankshaft in it. So the Kloss was ready to run. And I said, oh boy, that's tough. You're not going to see the points championship tractor make a pass in Monroe. So the next night they took the motor out of the Kloss.
I think we're losing him. Well,
yeah, to bring it down.
Greg,
Influential. Jason Schultz.
Greg froze on us a little bit there, John. So
You had to swallow a sandwich.
What? You froze on us. Your internet. You must not have paid your bill again, Elsie. So
I didn't take my what?
You didn't pay your bill on your internet. It keeps freezing the last 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I got fiber. Fiber now.
What's that, bud?
It's all good now.
Okay. John, he was breaking up on your end too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's pressing mute. He had to burp or something.
Could be.
I might have done that.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
No, that was great. That was a lot of fun. Travis must not have been able to come on here tonight, but
the interview was great. I'm glad you guys got that done. So
it was great. That all fell together perfectly too with the rain and stuff. All of us able to meet there.
We got one more left to do, and that's Johnny Coots. And I talked to him. If we have a rain day, we're supposed to go down there and do a video of his show too. So he's the last guy we have to get done.
The way you did that today, Greg, was fine. Send that to me the way Emily sent that to me in the iCloud. That would, if you want to just record it with your phone again. So,
yep.
You guys start it like you did. We don't need to throw a bunch of editing hours into that. That was fine. I started at the right time. John, were you pretty impressed with my transitions? They were right on spot tonight. Do you notice that?
Yeah, you were like right on. You must have got a lot of sleep last night.
No, we drove home from Georgia last night. It was on. Trav is not on, Marianne. I don't know where Trav is. We didn't send him the wrong link, did we?
I sent them the one that you sent me that I come on.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be on here. You wouldn't be on here without the link. He's not in the green room.
Travis on.
No, he's not.
Okay.
No, I'm just putting Marianne's comments up there. Marianne, because I want her to see that he's not. So
he's watching, but he's not. He
probably
didn't part.
Yeah. He's here, but he's not all there. Kind of one of those sayings, you know what I'm saying, Strand Man? So
kind of like you.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
How did Georgia go?
It was awesome. It was awesome. So when it gets cold down there, these people bring their own heaters to the polls, guys. It's crazy.
What was cold?
Oh, got into 45, 40, each night. They had so much stuff show up. We started pulling at 6 o'clock on Friday night, got done at 3 a.m. They had 160 hooks. And then Saturday they started at 4. We got done at 12:30. Hey guys, we need to really look at this for Badger State. Those narrow front tractors with the scraper and the jib and everything built in with the roller behind it. I've never seen anything that good in my life, Greg, John, for packing a track that fast. It's freaking.
The guy in Michigan did that years ago too. We looked at it, but just a project to get that stuff hauled around.
No, that's the thing. I mean, it was like Ted and not Ted. Ted Ferguson and the other one guy's tractor says Ted Ferguson, the other guy says not Ted. It was funny as shit. But I've never seen anything that well orchestrated. I mean, Jim Miller has a set. I've seen him on some NTPA hooks I've been to. Hillsdale, Michigan has a couple guys. When I bought my new super stock, Dad drove it up there for a exhibition pass, and I saw some of those up there. But seriously, Greg, from a Badger State, but that's like you said, it's a lot of money because they come at the semi in a trailer and they got to drag them around. But telling you, we'd still be pulling if they wouldn't have had those things there. It was amazing how fast they were and how they kept that track that consistent over 160 hooks. I mean, it was good. It was good.
Yep.
So
you got some video of it, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'll send it over to you.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we live streamed it on our beerbunypulling.tv, and then we sell replays for $9.99. But like I was advertising, I made an advertisement like it's only $1 an hour is you have to pay because it was so much pulling. There was 40 some 3.0 trucks, 40 some 2.6s, 15 3.6 trucks, 12 super stock diesels, 15 4.1 semis, and 8 pro farm tractors, and it was just wild. So, but it's the perfect time of the year because you know how we're burnt out, right? Right at the end of the season, and then you guys go into harvest, and you're still jamming, but some people are done and they load up and head down to Georgia. That's a lot. In Atlanta, traffic sucks. And I went to my first Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, but I got tagged in a meme today. They don't allow semi trucks in there, so I found that out too. So it's all good.
Okay.
So that's your history lesson, guys, from Georgia. So.
All right.
Perfect.
John,
great job on that interview, John. Okay, so the plan for next week is Cootsie?
Yep.
Okay.
Or Chuck, if we don't have a rain day, we'll have to do something. I don't know if I can get John out of there for a live interview or not. I can work on him.
Okay. Stranley, how far do you live from Cootsie?
Skipping a jump.
For real?
Probably about 20 minutes. Wasn't that, Greg, when we went over there? 20, 25?
Yeah.
Could you sit in the combine with them, Greg? Or John, with the phone and your camera?
Sure, but Natalie might get mad.
Is that where she sits?
Right. Wesley might even get more mad. So that sounds like a plan, John.
Wesley's in the green card.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Look, we found him. We found Wileman.
There he is.
Is that the K&K bar?
You see it? That's right. Turn that off.
Raj.
1 second.
Hey guys, you guys can keep jamming. I gotta bail. I gotta go start up Let's Grow Pulling. I love Travis, but I gotta get to my next podcast. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Later, Jay.
Messenger, John. I was waiting for a text.
Didn't you get it on Messenger?
I did now, but yeah. It doesn't.
Oh. Shoot, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. My bad.
Should have let you know. My bad.
We made her.
You made her.
How's harvest going, Travis?
What's that?
How's harvest going?
Oh, pretty good. We should be close to getting done by the weekend.
Oh, really? Perfect. That would be nice. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
We're hoping by the next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yields are for you a little better than what was expected. I mean, that's what most of the guys around here are finding.
A lot better.
A lot better than we had thought.
Lane tends to come up there.
Yeah.
There's one of the boys.
Yeah. We got
Those if they have any questions yet, you can throw them up there quick. We can read them off. Travis is on.
Hey, we got Craig and my dad out here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Lane,
Just everybody.
Livy.
I don't think we'll get any questions from anybody because Jason's off. I'm sure they have to go through him, right?
Maybe it is. Yeah, bet it is now that he jumped off of there. But yeah.
Yeah.
You guys watched the whole thing anyway, didn't you? What did you think of the video?
Yeah. Turned out pretty good. Yeah.
Turned
A
out.
lot of fun coming down there.
Yeah. It's always fun having you guys here.
We'll be down as soon as the corn is done. You can come up visit us with your combine on
Yeah.
next week and
Very
bring the combine and some trucks. I'll have the beer.
Yeah,
No.
Emily will be cooking steaks then too.
Right?
Oh, look at that. Boys trading hats with grandpa. Don't get no better.
Right. I don't have a lot for anybody. You guys got anything you want to say or thank anybody, John, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, we just want to thank everybody that helped us all year along again and help make it a great year. So we accomplished what we wanted to do.
Get ready for next year, right?
Right. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. See what that brings.
Right. Well, I don't have lot of questions. I think the video pretty much answered everything everybody was asking, so I think we're good, right?
I think we got it. So
We
thanks
got
for
it.
jumping on for this. Thanks for letting us come down. And I'd like to thank Farm Street Toys, Casper Egg, Trip Down to Llama Enterprises for helping us out with the Down and Dirty show. So thanks for everybody that watches every week. And those of you that have tickets yet for the Badger State Banquet, Jack Spots needs those. So I'm going to get mine collected up, see if I can get them to him this weekend. And like Travi, you still have one ticket down there for the neighbor?
Yep. Yeah. Got that or not? So kind of left that up to my mom. Yep. Yeah. Just thank you for all you guys do and promoting the sport. And I think it's a great thing. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Thanks for coming on, Travis and Craig and Kurt. I'll probably see you guys next weekend if you're done picking.
Sounds good. We'll do.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
everyone.
Have a good night.
Yep. Thank you. See ya.